The Tranquil Bloom in Roblox Grow A Garden is up there with the Bone Blossom and the Candy Blossoms for being one of the most expensive fruits in the game that gives you lots of money when you sell it. So we're going to be attempting to get every single mutation on this thing today, and hopefully we can do so, and hopefully this thing is worth it in the end and makes us some good cash. All right, we're going to go ahead and start off with all of our moon cats like we normally do. Let's go ahead and get all 8 of these guys spawned in to start meowing and giving us big buff to Tranquil Bloom. All right, we're going to go ahead and get our sprinklers ready here. So let's go ahead and put a master sprinkler down, godly, advanced, and basic, and we'll go ahead and put our Tranquil Bloom down right here, and there we go. We're all set up. All right, so a bunch of people in the comments have been yelling at me to start using a Triceratops with the Mooncat so I can get better growth and stuff for my plants. So fine, dude, I'll do it. Okay, I have a couple of them in my inventory here, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick up one of our Mooncats. I'll pick up this guy who's all the way over here, not even making an effort. Mr. Samster, you're gone, buddy. All right, and then we're gonna place our Triceratops down, and our Triceratops every 3 minutes run into 3 random plants and advance their growth by 33 minutes. All right, so our Tranquil Bloom's only at 6%. Let's see our Triceratops. Let's see how much it advances the growth. Hopefully it just makes us get 100% right away. I think it might. I think it should be that quick. Let's see. Triceratops, go ahead and ram that Tranquil Bloom for us. Thank you. Bah! That only got us another 50%, but we wait for him to do it again, then this thing will be done. I mean, that was already half of it. All right, Triceratops is about to smack this again. This should, I think, grow it to full. Let's see. No, it's only at 82%. I think I'm just gonna wait for a minute here and let him finish up. So we'll come back in just a second and see what kind of fruits we can get. Okay, so I literally just got back from AFK, and I see something going on here. Oh my gosh, dude. Look how gigantic our Tranquil Blooms are. I think we're going to use this one for today and try to get every mutation on this big guy here. So I'm going to go ahead and put our sprays on it. So let's do, it already has Tranquil on it. So we'll go ahead and add Pollinated to it, and then we'll add Chocolate to it. And Shock, that should be 4 mutations. And then we'll do Honey Glazed, and that should be 5. Go ahead and add that here. That should be 5 mutations. And we're going to go ahead and spawn in our Queen Bee to get its cooldown recharged. We're going to spawn in our Butterfly. And that way we can get this big Tranquil Bloom here to Rainbow. The Queen Bee will cool down our Butterfly, and the Butterfly will take all 5 mutations currently on this big Tranquil Bloom and convert that to Rainbow. On our main account over here, we are also going to spawn a Queen Bee to start a cooldown process here with our Kitsune, so that way we can get Chakra instantly added to our big Tranquil Bloom as soon as it's done with getting Rainbow. So let's wait for this thing to turn Rainbow. I'm gonna get these other ones out of the way for now so we can actually see what we're working with, and then that way our Kitsune over here will only target the big Tranquil Bloom. So I will be right back. All right, in less than a minute, our Queen Bee will cool down our Butterfly and convert all of these mutations to Rainbow. And with that, I did clean up the other big Tranquil Bloom, so we're down to just this big one here. Oh, and look at that. Perfect timing. We just got Frost to spawn in. Okay, Queen Bee is done. Butterfly is going in. And our big Tranquil Bloom is now Rainbow. So now we can go ahead and pick up our Queen Bee and our Butterfly, and then we're going to go ahead and favorite this big guy so we don't accidentally pick him up. And with that, we're going to add some sprays onto him. We're going to pollinate it. We're going to put chocolate on it. We're going to put shocked on it. And then we're going to put our honey glaze sprinkler on it. All right. And then over here on our main account, we're going to have our main account apply the Cloud Touch spray on it. And my main account doesn't have any more amber sprays at the moment, so we're not going to do that for right now. But the Kitsune is also coming over here to steal our big Tranquil Bloom. He just walked through it. Okay, yeah, he took the big one. There he goes. We now have 7 mutations on our Tranquil Bloom, including Chakra from the Kitsune. I'm going to go ahead and favorite this again. And we're going to go ahead and try and get our Kappas here to add Wet and then get Bloodlet on this before we get this thing to turn Frozen. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to spawn in 2 Kappas. That's 1. That's 2. And then we're going to spawn in 2 Disco Bees for now. So I guess we'll do 1 Cooked Owl for now, and then we'll do 1 Chicken Zombie as well. We're going to spawn in a Pterodactyl to try and get Windstruck, but also hopefully get us Twisted so we can get Tempestuous out of the way. And then finally, let's go ahead for now and spawn in a Corrupted Kitsune, so this guy can give us the Corrupted Chakra mutation on this big guy here, and then maybe also give us Corrupted Foxfire Chakra. And we have a Sandstorm. Now we just had 1 Sandstorm go by, so hopefully this one's a little bit more lucky. I guess what I'll go ahead and do then is travel this over here, because this is the lucky corner. That's literally almost going into my main account's garden, by the way. This is about to touch my main account. All right, but we'll see if this helps to get sandy at all. Wait a second. Is this the spray merchant? No way. The spray merchant's here. All right, I'm going to buy some of these just so I can make sure I have them. I wish the spray merchant sold the amber mutation, but he doesn't. Do we get sandy at all? No, we did not get sandy. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do, because we have these kappas that will give us the wet mutation, to save a little bit of time though, I'm going to go ahead and keep that favorited, but I'm going to spray it with wet, just so that way this thing is already wet. And oh, and it's nighttime. But that way this thing will be wet, and then these kappas can hopefully just convert that to bloodlit a little bit faster. So I'm glad it's nighttime. This actually helps. I can save some time with the Tanukis later, so I don't have to wait for them to get this thing moonlit. This should hopefully get us moonlit pretty quickly. Normally we get it pretty fast. I don't have any night staffs though, is the only problem. But I guess we don't need it, because look at that. We just got moonlit. The events tonight are actually going crazy. We're getting everything that we need. Wow, are we getting lucky? All right, so now we have a meteor shower. We'll hopefully be able to get Celestial added onto this. We do have our Star Crawler pretty close to this, so that should affect it. Let me see. So our cooked owl is about to do something. Let's see if we get burnt. Okay, that failed. That's fine. We'll just wait for the next round of that. Our pterodactyl is about to apply. Oh, did that just give us Celestial? I think so. It just flickered. Let's see. Yep, we got Celestial. Perfect. We're doing good today. We're getting lucky with these events. It's like the first time we're getting this many events. All right, let's see what he does. Okay, he's doing something. Oh, wait. Okay, he applied Windstruck and twisted to Tranquil Bloom. Let's see if it's the correct one, though. Tempestuous. Let's go, dude. He did it to the right one. All right, so our luck today is actually really good. I think last video our luck was really bad, and now it's just like the game likes us. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this pterodactyl here, and he is good. We don't need that guy anymore. All right, I guess for now, since we have that extra spot, I will spawn in another chicken zombie to hopefully get zombified out of the way. Ah, perfect. Applied. All right, so that's another mutation done. We can go ahead and pick up our disco bees. And I think what I'm going to go ahead and do now is actually spawn in my scarlet macaws here to get verdant. We did just buy some verdant sprays on my main account, but I'm going to save them for now because these guys should be able to give us verdant. And we do have a tranquil scarlet and a corrupted scarlet. So we should be able to get verdant, tranquil, and corrupted. If we don't get tranquil or corrupted, we'll at least get one of them in the event within the next 20 minutes should be the next one. Anyways, let's go ahead and do a quick check here. So we are now up to 12 mutations on our Tranquil Bloom. Tempestuous technically is like 2 mutations, so I guess we'd be up to 13. All right, a bunch of our pets are about to finish their cooldowns, including our corrupted kitsune, both of our scarlet birds, and our chicken zombie here is almost done, and our cooked owl. So we might have a lot of mutations get applied, or we might have a lot of fails. I guess we'll wait and see. All right, so I think these guys are first going to do their verdant attempts. Let's see if we get verdant, so we don't have to use that spray. That would be nice. We could save it. Okay, verdant is applied, but I don't know if that was the right one. Burnt failed, and corrupt chakra was just applied, but that was not foxfire corrupt chakra, but we still got that applied. So let me just go ahead and double check here. Okay, yeah, so we got verdant, then we got corrupt chakra and regular chakra, so now we have harmonized chakra. And yeah, verdant actually went pretty quick the other day. It was taking forever, so that's good. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply shocked to this little guy here, and I'm going to let my Raju here spawn in, and then he should target this, eat it, and then eventually apply static to our big tranquil bloom. All right, our cooked owl just applied the burnt mutation to our tranquil bloom here. So we now have burnt added onto there. I'm gonna make sure I keep this favorited though, because I don't want our Raju over here to eat our big tranquil bloom. Raju is about to add static to our big tranquil bloom. It's about to eat it. And last time I thought it ran my pockets, but it actually gives you money. And it actually did give me money. Okay, I didn't know that because last time I was saying that it ran my pockets and then ate my fruit. But no, it actually gives you money and then it just eats one of your fruits. So you guys in the comments are right. I'm sorry that I'm stupid and dumb and stupid. Our Tranquil Bloom here now has static applied to it and burnt from those 2 mutations from our Cooked Owl and from our Rajus. Tranquility, all right. Well, I guess with that, Cappy here becomes completely useless because this is about to mutate this big guy into Tranquil. All right, that should be in. Yep, there we go. Our big guy is now Tranquil. So I can actually go ahead and just get rid of Cappy because we already have Verdant and Tranquil. So now this guy's useless. But our corrupted one here, Molly, maybe, just maybe, will give us corrupted so we don't have to wait another hour for that event to come by. Okay, so a heat wave just spawned in and our tanning mirror just got smacked by a heat wave beam, which means that our Tranquil Bloom is now actually Paradisal, which just upgraded our Verdant, and now we have a better multiplier. All right, our chicken zombies officially applied Zombified to our Tranquil Bloom finally. So we have Zombified out of the way. So we can go ahead and pick up all of our chicken zombies here. And now it's pretty much just down to these two. Either our Scarlet will give us Corrupted, or we'll just wait for the event to happen within the next 40 minutes. And our Kappas just need to get us Bloodlet. And then besides that, we just really need a Sandstorm and Aurora. But this thing is looking good. It should be pretty expensive. I'm hoping for over $1 trillion today for this thing. We should make some good money, I would think. I mean, look at the size of this, dude. All right, it is the hour mark, which means we now have a Corrupted event. It does go back and forth, so now it's Corrupted. Earlier it was Tranquil, but I don't know if we got Bloodlet at all, so I'm gonna go ahead and unfavorite this and see. And no, but our Wet turned into Drench, so I don't know if these guys can actually give us Bloodlet if it's Drenched instead of Wet. I mean, Drenched is pretty much the same thing as Wet. It's just like a little bit of a better version of Wet, but I don't know if they will affect that and give us Bloodlet anymore. At the same time, though, overall, we're still doing pretty good. I mean, this thing has 18 mutations on it, and again, if you separate some of these, like Tempestuous would be up to 19, Paradisal would be up to 20, and then Harmonized Chakra would be up to 21. So yeah, we have quite a lot of mutations on this thing. I do really want to get Bloodlet, but I don't know if we can anymore because we don't have Wet. We only have Drench. All right, well, we've been at this for a few hours, and these Kappas have been placed as the first pet today, and have been sitting here for hours, and we still don't have Bloodlet, not even on these fruits over here that are Wet. So I think at this rate, because we've been waiting and there's still no Bloodlet, and I don't even know if they can get Drenched to Bloodlet, we're gonna go ahead and apply the Chilled mutation to this for my main account. So now this thing can be frozen instead of Drenched, and now we are up to 18 mutations still, but if you separate everything, it would be up to 22 total mutations. So pretty much all we'd really need at this rate, besides Bloodlet, we didn't get that. We would just need Aurora, and then we'd need Sandy, so we could turn Sandy into Ceramic. And then we'd pretty much have all of the legit mutations. Now, the one that we also are technically missing is Amber, but we have a shot at trying to get Amber whenever we pick this thing up, because we have our Raptors here. So we are going to pick this thing up and check the value with Steven, and hopefully our Raptors actually help us out and possibly give us Amber. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and pick up this big Tranquil Bloom, and we're going to check the value with Steven. All right, let's check it. And it's really hard to tell if it has Amber. It doesn't look like the outer ice is the Amber color, and I think it probably would have notified us if it was Amber. I mean, this thing is huge, dude. I think we're not going to have any issues with pricing for today. I think this thing is going to definitely be worth. Let's go ahead and without further ado, check the value with Steven and see how much our Tranquil Bloom is worth. So Steven, what are we looking at? I'm hyped for this one. Only 163 billion actually for this giant Tranquil Bloom with all these mutations on it. I feel like this one should have been worth a lot more from how big the sizing was on it. I feel like the price for this thing is a little nerfed, and it probably needs a little bit of a buff for it being in the top 3 values of fruits in this game. But I think they are trying to crack down and nerf some of the values of fruits on this game, because some of them are very expensive and they grow huge. Because of that, you can see like my main account, I've had some really big fruits and I'm over 1 quadrillion on it. Anyways, let me know down in the comments below if you think this was worth all the effort put into it for the value, and also make sure to drop a like on this video. For bonus points, you can subscribe because I got some more Grow a Garden content coming soon. But besides that, I'll see you guys in the next one.